I'm going to teach you something in this video, bro, that will change your life forever. And I mean that. You see, most of us don't realize as men to form your identity, to become that guy that you are genuinely proud of, that you know that, okay, I'm living up to my last name. I'm living up to who I know I'm supposed to be. There's a way to go about it. You see, for so many years, I was looking for that guidance, that role model that I never had growing up. You boys know my story, but if you don't, I grew up without a father. My father left. I grew up in the ghetto for 20, 21 years of my life, bro. My whole life, I was looking for some guidance, some semblance of how I should act, and I never had it. So, you know what? I take that back. I did have it. And I had it through my friends. I had it through social media. I had it through the music I was listening to. And that shaped me to where when I was 15 years old, bro, using drugs and abusing it and getting into all this trouble and just being a delinquent. And even well before that, bro, I was suffering badly with just trying to figure out who I was, which led me to be very insecure and not like myself. So life for me growing up, bro, without any role model, without any guidance, left me to where I was 21 years old, going back 5-6 years ago now, bro. And I needed to fix myself. I needed to figure out my life and how to get it going, moving the way that I wanted. Well, what I'm going to teach you right now is what I've done. And you'll see that what I'm going to teach you is exactly the way that you can start to figure out how to run and perform through your life to get to where you're trying to get, to be the man you want to be, and to ultimately be proud of the man that looks back at you in the mirror. You see, what none of us realize is that we are nothing more than a makeup of people around us. The biggest influences in our lives will be our family, because we grow up with them, we live with them, they're our family. Next thing would be your friends. Then we got social media, and you could add like music and like whatever else, bro, following influencers and all of this stuff. You can also have just like, let's say the culture, because you know how the culture and the world changes from time to time, and it's like, this is cool now, this is cool later, all of that. But what none of us realize, right, if you take a look at this forms you. And what's scary is so many of us now, right, we're just clones of one another. And what I mean, right, everyone's doing this, everyone's acting this way, everyone's got the same hairstyle, everyone's dressing the same way. And you start to see that, every single person is just a carbon copy of one another. Like, it's kind of strange. It's weird. But what can you do about this to start forming your own identity as a man? Look, of course, you're not going to create this new identity and new thing, but you can make yourself up. You can go through a metamorphosis of change and think, okay, hold on a minute. I want to be this certain way, and I like doing this, and I want to live my life this way, right? And I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you how to instill it and how to bring this internal driver out of you that will change the game for your life. Look, you can follow this and understand that, okay, we're little bits and pieces of every single thing around us. But one of the biggest things that changed my life was the fact that I became the role model that I needed. And this is a big thing. So I became the man I needed. So growing up, as I told you, I never had a father. I never had my big brothers to teach me and show me the ropes because they were, they grew up without a father as well in the ghetto. So, bro, we just went down that life. But as I hit that point of 21 years old, I started to realize, like, okay, I need to fix myself. I need to do something better. And what I done is now I started to think, okay, well, who do I want to be? And I did something that not a lot of people will teach you, is I looked at every single thing in my life that I didn't want to be. Because as we have role models in our lives, it could be your father, it could be people online, it could be this, it could be that. We also have role models in the other areas of what we don't want to be like. And I had an advantage to this, right? Because I have seen the bottom of the bottom, bro. I genuinely have. I'm not talking like poor. I'm talking poor government housing. Everyone around you is on drugs. The police are coming every other day. Like, it was messed up. So I had what you would call a reverse role model. And we've all got that. Because you might look at your parents and think, I don't want to live my life like them. You might look at your friends and think, my friends are actually kind of losers. I don't want to be like them. You might think this person's a bit of a whack job and this person crazy. So in your life, you have to kind of look at, okay, these aren't the things that I want to be like. So you might be that young man right now and you don't want to be socially anxious. You don't want to be that guy that's bad with girls. You don't want to be that guy that's a bitch. You don't want to be him. And now you're starting to see it in the people around you. Maybe your friends are that way. Maybe your dad's that way. Your mum's that way. Whatever. So have a look at your reverse role models. And then become the man that you needed. And that's what I did. I became the man I needed. So this is going to sound a little bit crazy to do. But how I started to formulate it in my mind is like, okay, I know what I don't want. And I know now that I need to kind of go do the opposite. So I don't want to grow up and not be able to breathe because I'm smoking cigarettes every single day. And I smoked cigarettes every day for 5 years. And I did drugs and I drank alcohol, bro. I was bad. Trust me, if you knew the deep stories, bro, that I could tell you, and I will tell you eventually, you'll be like, wow, crazy. But I became the man that I needed. And I started to realize, okay, I don't want to do this, so I'm going to do this instead. I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then what I did is I started to create my world around every single thing that I wanted to do. Okay, so I knew that I didn't want to have a bad, frail body. I knew that I didn't want to be broke. I knew that I didn't want to be someone that wasn't smart and cerebral. I didn't want to be that guy that wasn't taking risks. I didn't want to be that guy sitting at home playing games and jerking off and being bad for society. I didn't want all of that. So I started to go on my own exploration and start to look at people that I wanted to be like. I started listening to podcasts, started to see, okay, there are some masculine figures out there. I wanted to start emulating those people to form my own identity. And that's what I've done. And this is kind of cool, right? So I became the role model I needed. And how I did this, right, is I curated what I allowed into my body, into my world, into my energy. And how you can start to do this, bro, is you can start to look at your life, do the reverse role models. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be this way. And then you take on board what you do want to be from maybe some people around you, maybe some people online, maybe some from some books, maybe from some podcasts, maybe from whatever, maybe from my videos. And you think, okay, I like what Christopher's doing. I'm going to talk the way he talks. Oh, I like what Tate's doing and with his kickboxing career. I'm going to do that. Oh, I like David Goggins with his mental toughness, right? I like this guy because of this. I like this guy because of this. And you start to formulate your life in, okay, boom. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this. And this is how I'm going to run and perform through my life to be the man that I needed growing up, or the role model that you need. And you'll see, bro, growing up, as you start to go through life and you get a little bit older, you might be my age, I'm 27, you might be younger, you might be older, but you start to do this, you get to formulate your own identity in this world, where you're not a carbon copy of this person, of this person, of this person, but you're your own motherfucker in your own lane, thinking the way you want to think, acting the way you want to act, doing what you want to do. And this allows you to build this internal drive that really allows you to kind of feel like, I can do anything. I'm proud of myself. I know who the fuck I am. And so you have to do this in your own life. And the best way to do this is, well, what role model to me would I have needed growing up? And become that guy. Oh, you needed someone that could teach you how to think analytically, or teach you how to fight, or teach you how to be good with money, or teach you how to be good with women. You needed him, right? So you go and become that guy. And you can look at your life, and I genuinely mean this, through your life, as you're learning, as you're developing. How would you teach your younger self to be the man that you now have become? And that can reinstill that fire, that identity inside you that keeps you going through your life. It's like, let's go, let's bring it. So this is what I did in my life. I became my own role model, and I'm still becoming him. And as I've gotten older, as I've become more cerebral, more disciplined, more in tune with what I know now, I've now been able to set up this life for myself where I'm disciplined, I'm strong, I make no excuses, I don't give a shit, I do what I want to do, and I built that from becoming my own role model and then building that from other people that I've wanted to emulate and be like, but to create my own version of myself. And this will make you into the man that you want to be also, bro. So take on board what I say. This will change your life. If you want to do coaching with me or join a network of young men all on self-improvement, hustling, becoming the men that they want to be, message me on Instagram for some coaching and to join my groups, or go to the Patreon in the description, sign up to the second tier, and we'll get started. I love you, brother. I mean that.